And then how do you do the numbers? Like, meaning like, okay, like I know, you know what your mortgage payment's going to be, but where do you look for renting by the room? Like, how do you come up with how much can you rent each room by? Uh, yeah.
Yeah. So one thing you have to know is that when you run your models, you know one thing, and that's that they're wrong. Right. I used to be a financial analyst and do all these projections. So like one thing we know is that your numbers will be wrong because it's impossible to predict. Right.
Yeah.
But you'll get a pretty good idea if you just go onto Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace or whatever and just see what rooms are renting for in your area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if there's a room available for, let's say, $700, and I mean, just keep your eye on it. If it's still there like a week or two later, you know that might be a little bit high. So maybe you say 650 or 600, right? I always run the numbers at like maybe $50 or $100 lower than what I see on the marketplace, because if it's on the marketplace, it obviously hasn't sold yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I'll usually run the numbers. You know, when you're house hacking though, right? Like, I don't want to say the numbers don't matter, but they matter so much less because it's so hard to lose. If you think about it in the reverse, right? Where let's say you're buying a $400,000 house, which probably sounds crazy in your area, but like, you know, even in Denver now, it's kind of hard to. But let's just say $400,000 house, your mortgage payment is $2,000, and you've got 4 bedrooms to rent out. You're living in one. In order to basically cover your mortgage with those 4 rooms, you need to rent out the rooms for $500. Like, does that sound reasonable to you? Like, what is that break even point? And then if you take it even a step further, what were you paying in rent before? If you're paying $1,000 in rent before, that means you really just have to make $1,100 on your 4 rooms to be ahead of where you were. And that's what, like $200 or $300 a room. Like, it's just so cheap. You can't lose. Like, it's so hard to lose. And that's kind of how you have to think of it.